Welcome to the present. Yes, it is match day live. Yeah, we're playing Newcastle tonight. That should be an interesting game. We remember the first leg, how it was so temperatures. There was so much temper flaring. Newcastle did one against us. They were cynical. They were clever. They were cunning. They took advantage of their home advantage aggressively. They conned the referee just like Porto did midweek. So this is a different game at the Emirates. It should be more interesting. And I expect Arsenal to have learned from the first episode at Newcastle, to have learned when we played them last season, where they came and defended and they deployed all forms of shithousery. So we have to make sure tonight, first, we don't concede first. We cannot afford to concede first. If you concede first, they have something to hold on to, make it more difficult. Secondly, if possible, an early goal will calm down the nerves. Thirdly, we cannot allow ourselves to get provoked. We cannot afford to allow ourselves to get provoked. They will try to get under our skin, try to lay on the floor excessively. They will try to call for every foul. They'll try to delay free kicks. These are all antics and tactics Newcastle are going to deploy. We just have to be smart. We have a young team. I understand we have a young team. But the fact that we saw what Newcastle did last season, and we saw what Potter have done midweek, we should have learned. And we need the home fans to be as loud, as intimidating as we can be. We need the home fans. We need the fans to actually turn up and crank up the energy in the stadium, turn up on the players, but the players can turn on Newcastle. Now, player for player, make sure my audio is great. So, player for player, there is no chance we have superior players to them. Even they have a few players coming back from injury, like Isaac. According to Eddie Howe, Isaac might be fit for this match. Will, who has been out for a long time, might be fit. So, regardless of their player, Isaac is a player I rate. Regardless of him coming back, I still think we are still superior in the player department. But in the shithousery department, let's call for it. Newcastle are superior in the shithousery department. That's not our forte. Newcastle are not coming to play football. Trust me, they've had 7 days to train, to prepare for this match. We just had a few days. We played on Wednesday against Porto, barely 72 hours ago, right? And we're playing another match in the evening. So we just have to be patient when we can, and we have to be smart in this game. Newcastle are not coming to play football. This way, even though I saw some fans blaming us for not creating anything substantial against Porto, the referee wasn't helping matters. The referee was duly coined by the Porto players, and I expect Newcastle to try the same thing. This is where we expect the referee in charge for this match. I'm sure you know him. Portieni, he has to be strong. Now, I've seen him officiate many games. I do not fancy this guy, but I hope today, for the sake of credibility, he has to be strong, not to be coined by Newcastle players. Because Newcastle, I'm hammering on it. It looks like I'm sounding like broken record. Newcastle are not coming to play football. You will be naive to think Newcastle are coming to play. They are coming for shithousery. Because they know they can't match us on the pitch. We've seen it away this season, and we saw it last season. Newcastle ain't coming to play football. They just want to stink up the whole place. The only way they might try to play football if we score first. This is where our set pieces we have to be very, very useful with our set pieces. And we have to be later with our chances. Especially the first few chances we get in this match, we have to bury them. Once we score first, the pressure results back to Newcastle. And we must not concede sloppy fouls or sloppy set pieces that will result to goals for Newcastle. So if we can avoid those things, we'll win this match convincingly. It might actually be another 5-0. It could also be another 5. But we need the players to be patient. We need players to be sensible. We need the players to understand they'll be frustrated. Newcastle are going to try and drag the match. See, they might not want to even play the match. They're not trying to break the sequence of the match by committing excessive technical fouls. This is where the referee Portieni has to be strong. We saw how what's his name, the Brazilian Bruno Guimaraes, got out with a blatant foul that should have resulted in a red card. In the first, when we played him at St. Joseph's Park, he should have been sent off twice, but he got away with it because the referee wasn't strong enough. And VAR was supposed to do their job, refused to do their job diligently. So I expect the same shithousery today. We know Bruno is full of shithousery, right? There are a few players. What's his name? The right back, current Trippier. He's going to be on his shit. Arsenal has to be careful. Arsenal has to be sensible. They are young, but you can't be naive. You can't be naive. Now, all the excuse, I understand Arsenal players are young, but we can't afford to be naive. It's a title race. It's a title race. So we have to take our chances when they come. Very, very important. We have to make sure we do not concede. Very, very important. And we should win this match. Because I still trust the players to match on the pitch, but it's going to be a difficult one. Trust me, Newcastle are not going to just come to the Emirates and lie down. They're not coming to Emirates for a jamboree. They're not coming to Emirates for a fanfare. They are coming to frustrate the living daylight out of the players. So, guys, as you guys are in, please be kind enough. Do me this great favor. Strike a like on the video, please. Do me that kind of favor. I actually appreciate that. To strike a like on the video. Very, very important for the algorithm to work properly. So, hopefully, Porteni can be resolute and do his job dutifully. So now, do I expect changes to the starting 11? Because before the Porto game, trust the starting 11 where they're scoring a lot of goals. They scored 6 against West Ham, 5 against Burnley, and 0 against Porto in midweek in Champions League. I expect a few changes. Maybe Trossard has to come out of the team. I would love for this game for us to go with Kai Havertz as the line. It's funny how people still have this agenda regarding Kai Havertz, saying what has he done, or he has made that team worse, and I just laugh. Now, if you hate Kai Havertz, I'm not playing against you, but for you to say Kai Havertz has not improved at Arsenal, to say Kai Havertz, you don't see what he does for the team. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I can't help you. I can't help you. If you want to be silly, I can't help you. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Wisdom, shout out to you. You said any injury update? Yes. There's going to be a late fitness check on checks on likes of Zinchenko and Jesus. Partey could make the squad. He's not going to start, but Zinchenko and Jesus are 50-50. But for sure, what's his name? Tomiyasu is out of this game. According to Mikel Arteta yesterday, Tomiyasu is not going to be part of this game. This game is coming too early for Tomiyasu, so Tomiyasu will not be part of this game. But late fitness checks on Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, while Partey trained again yesterday, should be part of the squad. So those are the things I'm aware of. Any other thing, if I find out, I will let you guys know. So going back to who I would like to start, I would love to start Jorginho in this game because of his maturity. Jorginho because of what he brings to that midfield. Now, as much as we love Declan Rice, he needs someone on the side. If you watch the Liverpool game, right, the way we control the game was because of Jorginho's intelligence in the midfield. I'm not saying Declan Rice is intelligent, but defensively, Declan Rice for me is the best at tackling. He can suffer the danger, he can tackle, can get him right. But when it comes to when he's with the ball offensively, he's not as good as Partey. He's not as good as Jorginho. Now, Jorginho can do that, but Jorginho doesn't have the legs anymore. He doesn't have physicality. That's the downside. So this game, I'll have to just sacrifice my opinion. Some of you might disagree. Let me know why you're disagreeing in the comment section. Do it respectfully. I will sacrifice Trossard and bring in Kai Havertz to be number 9. They make sure that I'll play Jorginho and Rice because Rice gives all that physicality and he has that engine to operate the midfield, while Jorginho will be operating with the intellect and the smartness and the footballing IQ. Defensively, the only chick in our armor that I'm is a little kind of a weakness that I'm very concerned about is Kivior because he's not a fullback by trade. He's a left center back. But when we play a left center back as a fullback, we know Gordon is a quick, a pacey winger. Lucas have some pacey wingers. I will not be confident when their pacey wingers are running at Kivior. None of us, we all know, we rate Kivior as a center half, fantastic. As a fullback, come on. I will not be confident if their wingers are running at our players. That's the only chink in our defense for me. Gabriel, solid, but against Porto in the first half, he was shaky. I don't know what happened. Saliba, he had one of his shaky moments in the first half against Porto. So aside from that, and then on the right side, we know it's going to be Ben White, ever present. He was a bit dodgy before we went to Dubai. Since he came out from Dubai, Ben White seems rejuvenated. It looks like a new footballer. Is tackling well. If physicality is there, his pace is there. So that should be our back four. The goalkeeper, we know Raya. Even though some Arsenal fans had the audacity, I said the audacity because it's sickening. Like, can we just stop the agenda? You can have your favorite, but for the love of the team, can we just be sensible? How can you blame that goal on Raya? That was a fantastic curl of a shot by the Portugal keeper, Portugal player rather. Sometimes just give the opposition player their credit. It's not every time you have to look and start looking for scapegoats why you lost. Sometimes your position can just do a smash and grab, which Porto did. They did a smash and grab. So that was a fantastic shot. Most goalkeepers are not getting that one out. And come on, let's drop the agenda and be serious for once. So for me, Raya is going to be has to be the goalkeeper. He's a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale. I'm not saying Ramsdale is a piece of crap. I'm just saying Raya is just a better goalkeeper for how we play and how the team is functioning at the moment. On the wing, the regular staple is going to be Saka and Martinelli. And like I said, I prefer Kai Havertz. Now, Jesus can stay on the bench. If we need him, we can bring him on. So that thing for me should be good enough to get all 3 points against Newcastle, regardless of how Newcastle are going to try to be dirty, try to be cynical, try to drag the game figuratively into disrepute. I still expect us to win. I hope we don't concede the early goal because that's very important. You don't want to give your opponent something to hold on to. We saw it against West Ham. Once they scored that goal, they have something to hold on to, and they were now operating on counter-attacks. You cannot afford that. Hopefully, I've learned. Now, things can happen. Even though we consider an unfortunate goal against Newcastle, it's still redeemable, and we can still win the match, provided we are smart and we take our chances. The key thing for us this season has been, before the last few games, was taking our chances. Not that we're not creating chances. Aside from the Fulham game, most of any other game, we're creating chances. It's the fact that we're not taking them. That was why people clamoring for this. Go and get a striker, go and get Osimhen, go and get Ivan Toney, kind of clamoring call. So I think we're good enough. Jose can be on the bench. Jesus, Partey on the bench. That's a solid. We have Fabio Vieira, who is back. One of our best passers of the ball in the midfield. Fabio Vieira should be back. So for me, we have enough in our armory to actually prosecute this match and win this match convincingly. But I don't expect Newcastle to let it be easy for us to win convincingly. So let's see. Wisdom drops on that chart. No agenda here, but you can honestly tell me you have had any wow save by Raya so far. Onana is better than Raya. The praise has been on our defense, not Raya. Wisdom, I appreciate your contribution, but I vehemently disagree with your opinion because you don't like Raya. If you watch how we play, Raya comes out and claims the ball and initiates our attacks. See, because he's not making sporadic saves all the time, doesn't mean he's not a fantastic goalkeeper. If you watch Ramsdale, he doesn't claim the crosses the way Raya claims it, which if he don't claim the crosses like that, could actually create a situation for the team. And doesn't catch the ball and lay down, sticking out his tongue to instigate the opposition fans. No, Raya is more proactive. He's a better goalkeeper. He's a better goalkeeper. You might not like him, which is fair. That's your opinion. You don't like him, you prefer Ramsdale, which is fine. But objectively, Raya is the better goalkeeper. He plays. It's not. Apart from that, when we play from the back, look at the position Raya takes. He's part of the team that helped to play out of the back conveniently. Compared to Ramsdale, he can't do it conveniently. He struggles with it. I understand you might be a fan of Ramsdale, but you should be a fan of Arsenal before any individual. The club should come before any player. Players come and go. They're mercenaries of him. Now, they can claim they love the club, which is fair, but players come and go, but the club remains. If your preferred player is Ramsdale, I understand. But objectively, my guy, Raya is a better goalkeeper. He passes the eye test, he passes statistics. Stop giving all the kudos to the defense only. But come on. In fact, you haven't seen what you claim to be wow saves. See, it's like you saying that because the goalkeepers are bottom of the pile, like let's say a goalkeeper for what means bottom of the pile, like a Sheffield United, These guys have faced more sporadic shots because they are making saves, even though they are still conceding goals. That makes them a better goalkeeper than someone who might not be conceding goals or making a lot of saves. That's not the metric to measure a goalkeeper. It's like saying because somebody is sweating profusely, that means they are doing a harder job than somebody who might just be calm, who is not sweating, but they are doing a more mental taxing job. It doesn't work like that. Like, I understand your preference. A lot of Arsenal fans think because their preference might not be the one having the number one share, that makes the other go bad. No, 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 no. I like Ramsdale. Trust me, I like him. But I can actually chuck in my ego and say, damn, even though I like Ramsdale, Raya is a better goalkeeper. Raya is just a better goalkeeper. And we see it. Even the first game he played for us against Everton, the way he was claiming the crossing, he didn't allow Everton have that crossing and trying to nod and score us possible. Because we also watch anytime play against the low block teams who want to just cross the ball, Ryan is claiming the ball easily compared to Ramsey who struggles with it. And that, for me, that's very underrated. Very, very underrated that he dominates that box very, very well. That makes it hard for the opposition to have any chance, any snip of a chance, compared to Ramsdale. Apart from just clearing the cross in the box, Ramsdale is more interested in shenanigans than initiating attacks for the team. And playing that from the back, which is part and parcel of how Arteta wants to play, is very important to the team. And Ramsdale doesn't do it as good or as Raya does it. So, guy, I understand what you prefer Ramsdale, but objectively, let's call it for what it is. Raya is just the better goalkeeper. And if you disagree, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. But shout out to you, though. You're free to disagree. This is an echo chamber. You're free to disagree. We can discuss these things objectively and logically, which is fair. So shout out to your wisdom, Obodo. So regarding the game today, that'll be the last game of the day. I still expect an Arsenal win. I expect us to dominate the ball, and I expect us to have learned our lessons from when we went to Jesse's Park this season and last season when we came to the Emirates, and latest when we played against Porto 72 hours ago. Those three lessons will be our guidance on how to deal with Newcastle today. If we have picked up valuable lessons from there, we should actually put Newcastle to the sword. And I still expect, I just think, after looking at everything, I think we could nick this one 1-0. I think we could nick it. I think the players reached on defensively will not allow Newcastle play us for fools. And once we score, we'll keep it tight. And Newcastle, even though we score them, they want to open up for them to concede more goals. So I expect us to win 1-0. I'm still going for a 1-0 win over Newcastle. Guys, let me know what you think in comment section. Let me know your score line or the team you will go out with. You put out against Newcastle. Let me know in the comment section if you're watching the playback or if you're here right now live while we have this conversation. Let me check the likes. Shout out to all of you for liking the video. We have 4 likes, 4 people watching. Shout out to you. I really appreciate that very much. And secondly, let me say shout out to you guys for helping me to get to my 1,000 subscribers baseline. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I would have done this without you guys' support. Thank you, and thank you so much for making it very possible. I can come and walk here, and some of you might decide not to want to actually be here, but for you to spend your time here, I actually appreciate you guys very much. Thank you, and thank you. Wisdom says it's going to be 4-1 victory. I wish I could share your optimism, Wisdom. I want a 4-1. But I'm looking at the fact that Newcastle is a stubborn team. They're a stubborn team. And based on the afters we had, remember the disgracia, Teta disgracia, shenanigans that happened. So I would love us to score goals. I would love it, but I don't see 4-1. If you look at my preview, I tell you 3-1. But I'm thinking I'm looking. Newcastle have had 7 days to prepare for this match. Newcastle watched the Porto game. I'm sure their coaching staff watched the Porto game. So I've picked up a few things. Like sometimes I put myself into the mind of the opposition to see. Did I watch the Porto game? Saw the shenanigans. Saw the South American shithousery that was deployed. Newcastle will look at that and say, "Okay, this is how to frustrate Arsenal." Don't let them play football. They're going to get frustrated. Do not just get on their skin, annoy them, So, and try and get a lucky break. So Newcastle can deploy that. So as much as I want to share your optimism, Wisdom again, they are the third worst defense so far by start this season. Now, I like what you said by start this season, but you have to look at the nuances of start sometime. Now, they have the worst defense so far, but once they meet Arsenal, okay, look at teams that used to open up last season. Once they saw that Arsenal moved to the next level, what happened? They're going to tighten up. They're going to tighten up. How many low blocks have we faced this season, Mr. Wisdom? How many low blocks? Expect Newcastle are not going to open up. Trust me. You try to hit on the account. They are not going to open up today. They are going to make it as difficult as possible and try to hit on the counter. So I don't see 4 goals. Now, it's not impossible. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying, looking at the logic of it, I don't see us scoring 4 goals against Newcastle. I don't see us scoring 4 goals. And if we score 4 goals, I'll be happy. Trust me. I am not pushing no agenda. I'm here for the love of Arsenal. I love Arsenal. I'm not here to claim, oh, I want to be right at all costs. No. If Arsenal can score 4 goals, trust me, I will be excited. I'm doing that review stream, getting excited for us beating those lots. I want to actually promote those lots, especially the way they were defeated when we went to that controversial goal when we went to Emirates Park. I want it, but look at the logic, taking away my emotionality and sentiment. I don't see 4 goals. All right, the third worst defense doesn't mean on the day they can't stick on the place. They can be the third worst defense in the league, but on the day they can decide to stick on the play. Look at Chelsea, right? They struggle with teams they should be beating. Once they meet Manchester City, they turn something different. Once they meet us at the Stamford Bridge, they become something different. So sometimes stats can skew the nuance of apparency. So even though the stat says this, things can change on the day. So guys, if you're watching the playback, be kind enough one more time to strike a like on the video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. So that will be all for now, guys. Shout out to you guys for staying with me, especially Mr. Wisdom Obodu. I highly appreciate you for making it very interactive. Shout out to you. Like you said, we can disagree on certain things, but rather we agree on majority of the things. We're good. I'm not here to force my opinion down your throat. But rather we can discuss this and disagree logically and friendly without no insult. We're all fine. So thank you for actually rocking with me and making it very interactive, Mr. Wisdom. Shout out to you one more time. So guys, I'll be here after the match, hopefully for a victory lap, hopefully for a victory celebration. So I'm sticking to my 1-0 win. I think Arsenal will nick it 1-0. It will be a tough match. I say close to nick it. So guys, thank you for joining me for this short live, and I'll be seeing you guys later after the match, hopefully for a victory lap. Keep supporting the channel, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.